This short PowerPoint video is to go along with the schedule that I've asked you to print out, just to point out a few different things on that. First of all, please note that the materials will generally open on Thursday mornings. The quizzes and the discussion questions will open the day that the unit materials open, so everything opens on the Thursday. And then the due dates for those various quizzes will be scattered out on either a Monday or a Thursday night at midnight. So you'll have to pay attention to, if it's a Monday or a Thursday, you might have something due, okay? There is an exception to this because the first quiz and the first discussion question are due right away. So check on that and make sure you get to those. All of the exams, except the very last one and the final exam, will be taken between Thursday in the morning at 8 and Tuesday at midnight. So in other words, you have about 6 days to decide this is the time I'm going to sit down and take my exam. So you have quite a little space there for you to help you. You need to make sure you plan ahead so that you do all of this in plenty of time. So as you listen to all of this, you may be thinking, wow, this is going to be hard. This is hard to keep track of everything. Well, it is a little bit, but really everything is scheduled from day one. Everything is in the course, and there is a pattern to all of this. So again, remember that, look for that pattern, and it won't be that hard to keep up with. You can interpret this as there is a method to this madness. So look for the pattern. Another thing I want to point out is, as I'm sure you are well aware of, technology is a wondrous thing. Everything can be working just right, just beautifully, and then something crazy can happen, and you can, well, if you've ever had a Canvas course before, you know what I'm talking about. And so what I suggest you do is don't wait till the last minute to get things in, because you want to make sure everything's working properly, and you want to have time to be able to contact the help desk if you need to. So keep that in mind. Okay, here I have an example of a schedule. And as you can see, this is not necessarily for this particular semester, but it's in the same form. And so you can see that the lecture topics are written here on the left side, right here. And it will also have the topics as well as the chapters in the textbook that they will cover. Okay, over here on the right-hand side, it has the opening date, and like I said, those will always be on a Thursday, except of course for the first one, which opens on a Monday. Okay, and then the other information that is on this is right here. It will tell the days that the lecture exam will be open. So all of that is on the schedule that I've asked you to print out. Of course, there are other ways as well for you to keep up with assignments, and I'll go over those in just a minute. So the bottom line, again, is print out that schedule and pay attention to the dates. Once you've missed a deadline for a quiz or exam, you cannot make it up. Okay, so those deadlines are critical. There are reminders on Canvas of upcoming deadlines, and so when you log into Canvas, those will appear to remind you of different deadlines. Another thing you can do is click on assignments or even the syllabus on the left side of the Canvas page and check for due dates. So all of those ways should help you keep up with the material. And with what is due, I should say. Keeping up with the material is really going to be up to you, okay? You're going to just have to find the time, schedule the time to do that. Okay, next, quizzes and discussions are completed online from any computer. As I've said before, they'll open the first day the material for the unit opens, and then they'll be due on either Monday or a Thursday night. So, you just got to check. Exams also can be taken from any computer and are usually open from Thursday to Tuesday. Like I said, there's a little variation in the very last exam, and also, of course, the final exam. Your computer must have, whatever computer you're using, must have the Respondus Lockdown browser for those exams. So make sure you take care of that in plenty of time for the first exam. Okay, we're just about ready to get started.